Well, hello there, it's Beards and Bangers. And today, I said I wasn't going to do a car show this weekend, but it was a Sunday, I had a bit of a rest, so I thought I'd get out, and I'm really local. I'm in Marsworth for the Marsworth Steam and Classic Vehicle Rally. So I'm not a million miles from home. I'm in Marsworth, which is just near Tring, which is 15 minutes from Aylesbury, so it's really easy to get here. So I'd pop along and see what it's about for a couple of hours. Really nice, seen a few people I know because it's local. Seen a friend of mine, one of my very, very, very good friends who I've not seen for a couple of years, so it was nice to catch up with him, and timely because I needed to speak to him anyway about something. But I've come here in Henry, so it's my first outing in Henry properly. You'll have seen he had a service a few weeks ago, so he's or recently, so he's doing all right. Parked up right next to this rather nice Riley, and then also next to this rather nice pale blue Vauxhall Viva, which has just been restored. Very, very nice looking car. And then we've got some kind of kit car over here. You'll hear in the background lots of futting because this is not just a car show, it's also a steam rally. So there's a steam engine with a shower bank on the back over there, dragging people around. We'll try and catch some of the steam engines in a moment, just to show you. But we'll have a little wander around and look at some of these cars. Another Vauxhall. Of course, we're not a million miles from Luton, so it is appropriate to see some Vauxhall. This is a VX 490. And that is very, 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 very nice looking thing indeed. Love those air filters. They're brilliant. Yeah, that is absolutely beautiful. Then we've got something a bit more modern next to it, but cars that are fast becoming classics. We've got a Mark I Corsa in this very nice blue, and the paint is in really good condition. I like that a lot. As usual, we've got a 2CV. We see a few 2CVs at these shows. And then we've got a Chevy, a big American saloon here, and yeah, next to the 2CV. That's an absolute beast. That's really nice. And then we've got a Lotus, which is for sale. Lotus, what are these ones? Europas, Esprits? I always forget which ones these are called. There's the details. This one's for sale. XL, that's it, Lotus XL. And that's very nice. And we've got a Triumph Stag in yellow, automatic. I don't know if I know this one. Might do. I might know the owner of this one. Always hard to tell. And we've got an X-Power Grey TF. It's a 160 model. It's for sale for £3.5 grand, so very much like Dusty. There's a little passenger having a bit of a snooze in there. That looks pretty clean actually. Bit of rust on this front wing, but all right. TR7 with a V8 engine. And we've got, oh, this is lightweight. Now I had the honour of driving a lightweight Land Rover a few weeks ago. And whilst it was hard work, it was absolute great fun to drive. So yeah, wandering all over the road, having to correct the steering constantly, but yeah, really good. I will do some Land Rover content at some point. T6, no, it might be earlier than that. Yeah, transporter of some description next to a Jaguar XJ. That's a very beefy looking royal blue XJ, and then we've got a Ford Zodiac on the end here, which is looking very resplendent in the sun. There's one of the steam engines over there in the distance. Some kind of buggy with the Transformers logo. Oh, and then we've got I think a 2.8 Capri in black, and that's what was it, a 2 litre S? Let's have a little look at the back so we get close. Oh, look at those seats, they're fantastic. It's a 3.1S. So that's going to be a bit of a naughty little beast, I'd have thought. That's lovely. I really do like Capris. The next to that, we've got another British sports car. We've got an E-Type Jag with wire wheels. Very nice looking exhaust system. And then we've got something else that looks very nice next to it. Let's get a little bit closer up. We've got a Daimler SP250 Dart in green. I've not seen, so I saw a few of these up in Coventry the other week, but I've never seen one of these in green. That is very nicely painted, and that interior is, that's really, I love the colour of those seats. I love the colour of the dash. It's got a cream hood, so you've got sort of three different colour themes going on, but that really is very nice. It looks like we've got an MGF next to that in Arbor Green. That's delightful. That's very nice. And we've got a Mark I Escort in this kind of matte black colour there. That's yeah, that looks very aggressive, the way it's stanced and the way it's presented. Golf, that's on description. Then we've got a Nova. I've seen this car before somewhere, and I can't think where. Whedon. Yes, I did see it at the Chiltern Hills Rally, because of course that's the show that I'm one of the organisers of. So that's where I saw it, because it's only about a month ago. So yeah, Sterling Supernova.
That was the first show I've been to with it.
So the gentleman was just saying that the Chiltern Hills Rally was the first show he's been to in this car, and it is something very different. I mean, let's look at that canopy it's got. I mean, it's like an aircraft the way it's designed. Very, very good. So you've got a few things to look at. It's unexpected visit for me and unexpected content for you guys. I do wish we had the smell of all the steam engines is just superb. This looks like a Vanden Plas 4-litre R, I think. These are very, very opulent. I think these are the last car to be built with using Vanden Plas as a mark. This is a 3-litre, so it's not a 4-litre, it's a 3-litre Mark II. But yeah, seriously nice looking cars. Not quite the last car to be built using Vanden Plas as the mark. Nice Mark IV Spitfire there. Beautiful looking thing. And we've got a Morris Minor Woody and a Mustang. That's yeah, that's very attractive. I'm hoping to get out in one of these fairly soon, but I've got to convince the owners to let me loose on it. And we've got some kind of American pickup here. I'm guessing it's Ford from that front end, but I might be wrong. And we've got another Chevy here. And that's nice to see. Yeah, really is a very good American community out there. It's very good. Something I need to learn more about. SPI MPI Mini. And then we've got a car that I have seen before. This is an Austin Princess. And I think this one's got a particularly sweet sounding engine. Yeah, but I'm sure I have spoken to the owner of this car before, but I do like that. It's very 70s with a brown interior, orange exterior. It's a nice looking thing. And then we've got a B with a body kit on it. Have I seen that? I think we've seen this before as well. I do recognise that car, because of course Paddy Hot, oh, this is for sale as well. There's the details. And Paddy Hopkirk was based fairly near here. He had his workshop in Edlesborough, which is not far from here. Another Stag. And then this looks like is this a Supra? I think it's a Supra. That is beefy. I am going to get a Japanese car at some point, and it's going to have to be something big and beefy. Maybe a Stagger or a Supra, if I can afford one. They're not cheap cars now. And then next to that we've got a Corvette, so we've got some serious muscle. So we've got sort of classic American muscles there, and then we've got 1990s Japanese muscle there.
What do you know about these engines?
Morris 10, that's really attractive. Then a Ford Consul. And that's gorgeous, an estate as well, so that's really nice. Another Series Land Rover, Series 2 or 2A I think. That's very nice looking. Another Mustang, and then a little Elan with that lovely gold bumper, hint of a bumper. There's your lovely twin cam, twin Weber engine, absolutely splendid. Simplify and add lightness, that's the mantra with these. And we've got a Granada. It's always lovely to see Granadas. They're lovely cars, especially these 1970s, early 80s ones. That's a lovely slab of Essex engineering there. And we've got a little frog eye sprite next to it in red, and that's very good looking. We've got some kind of custom van here with a, I wonder what that engine is. Interesting, very interesting. So it was at this point that my microphone decided to pack up, so you missed me getting genuinely animated about all these lovely specimens. A little Morgan three-wheeler there, and then this Lancia Delta Integrale. That was particularly nice. Did like the look of that, and then an Alpha Spider next to it. Mercedes convertible of some sort, and then I got very, very gushy about this grey RS Turbo, I think it was. Yes, it was an RS Turbo. Yeah, it was a Escort XR3i coming up in a bit, I think, as well. This is the trouble with losing your microphones. You have to then remember what you've seen a few days later. Yeah, 19,800. This is up for sale for. So these sporty Fords really are very expensive these days. But that was a particularly nice example. I really like that a lot. A lot. That's why I dwelt on it for a little bit. And then there was a Defender, I think. Yeah, there it is. Particularly attractive. And then a Jensen, Reliant Scimitar, convertible. And that was very clean. A lot of very clean cars there on this day. I enjoyed looking at it and felt very embarrassed in my little Mini Cooper. Yeah, yellow Beetle, and there was a turquoisey classic Beetle as well, and that was nice. And then a Series 3 Landy with that lovely roof cage on it. And then there's a Rolls Royce something. I never know all the names of Rolls Royces. They're not a car I aspire to have. I'm not particularly good at remembering them, but this one was very nice, and yeah, in very good condition. Another look at that RS Escort, like that a lot. Classic camper van. You always get a few of these at these shows, and there's quite an active Volkswagen owners club in Aylesbury, and then a Clubman fronted Mini. I can't remember what it was now. This is the problem. Oh dear me, I'm so silly not charging my equipment. But I wasn't expecting to go to this show, so but I should really charge my stuff up after I've used it. But this chap was very animated, and I can't remember what he said, so apologies. But obviously very interesting because I dwelt there with the camera for a few minutes. Golf Mark II cabbie. That was clean. And those red wheels, I don't really like coloured wheels, but they actually worked on that car, or work on that car. It's not in the past tense. It's past tense me narrating this, but these cars presumably haven't been scrapped in the intervening days since Sunday. Really nice to see this cappuccino. That was a very, very pleasant thing to see, indeed. Yeah, ultimate. We love these little K car convertibles that the Japanese make. Really, really good. Model T, I think. Can't really see it. Yeah, I think it is. So that's always exciting to see one of those. Another Woody. There was a few minor 1000 Travellers there, and then this was I think it's a Vanden Plas 3 litre. That one. There was a 4 litre R later on, but we'll hopefully come to that. I'm not sure if that's the bit that I lost the sound on or not, but yeah, there was a couple of Vanden Plasses there, and just the quality of these things is second to none. They really are very nice. Just look at that walnut dash. That is something to behold, that's for sure. But yeah, really clean car. And I think I did make a point that the Vanden Plas was, this was the second last Vanden Plas model made before it was used as a British Leyland premium brand. Obviously, there was the Vanden Plas Allegro and Vanden Plas ADO 17. But yeah, in terms of actual proper Vanden Plas, that was the last one. Mark II Cortina, always a few of those about, and really nice to see. And then to the left of that, there was a gas guzzling Jensen Interceptor. Wasn't entirely sure whether that was the 6.7 or the 7.2 litre, but yeah, very clean car, very, very valuable car these days. Yeah, very, very nice to see that. That was good. Yeah, I was chatting to the couple who were, you can see standing there. They were very interested as well. I'm probably drooling. I'm probably saying about how thirsty these cars would be, and in fact are. And then some kind of customised classic Ford next to it, and then this was a Jaguar Mark 8, I think. Again, very good condition. There are some hidden gems. I don't know where all these cars come from, but if they're local to Tring / Aylesbury, there is some quality in people's garages. Very nice E36 convertible. Yeah, I did drool over that a little bit as well. I'm not a massive convertible fan, I have to be honest, full stop. But I was very impressed with this one, because they're decent sized convertible. You can actually get 4 people in them properly without them getting sort of blood circulation loss in their legs. The people in the back. Austin 7, you're always going to get a smattering of those at these shows. That was very nice to see. RV8 in this, it's blue colour that I've not seen an RV8 in before, but yeah, very well presented. Yeah, that was particularly nice. Didn't hear it start up or driving, because I left a little bit before the end. And then a Dodge van of some sort, and then a Bauer E30. I think I drooled over that a little bit, as you do, because it's a really nice looking car. Early E30 as well. Another Beetle, another Mini. There's always plenty of Minis at these shows. And then there was this Saab 900. So I had the 9.3 back in the sort of mid-2000s, mid-noughties. That one was really nice to see, that 900. Bit rough around the edges, but it's out and about, which is the main thing. Of course, there's BGTs and Bs, there always is. Series 2A, Landies, always lots of Landies around Tring and Aylesbury. And then this, which I can't remember what this is now, and I can't recognise it off the top of my head, which is very embarrassing. But there we are. And then there was another Defender. Of course there's always lots of Defenders and series at these car shows. And then another camper van, a Transit this time. It looks quite classic now, the Transit, I have to say. B was just leaving. And then, we've seen this Cadbury's branded minor van before. I think we saw this at Cheersley last September. Looks very nice. Nice colour, very soothing. Makes one think of Whispers, I don't know why. And then there was this was a TR250. So this is the American, the export version of the TR5. I think it had to cut down the emissions from memory with these. And then a very expensive Mercedes convertible, and then there was a little lineup of American stuff. So you had this classic Mustang, then a modern Mustang, and then sort of a slightly older Dodge. And that was really good to see. Always a good showing of American cars. E91, I think you call those. E90, and then an E30. Very, very, very nice to see that 2-door saloon E30. You can't beat it. Bloody lovely. Then this is Gilburn, I think. Yeah, and I was very taken with the lines on that car. I have seen one before, but very, very attractively styled cars. Another minor 1000. And then I remember getting very bubbly in the gusset about this one. This MGA in Old English White is just an absolutely gorgeous thing. Red leather interior, absolutely stunning. May well have seen this car before. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get one of these at some point. I really am, because they are just my favourite MG by a country mile. I think that's probably what I was saying there when I put my hand out. Some kind of Aston Martin, Porsche 9 something. Always get a bit confused with Porsches because they're sort of not a car I aspire to, but they're very nice, and it was nice to see that one. Some kind of Austin, I think. I'm having to look at a very small screen to edit this now, because it's very silly of me to not charge my equipment. So I do apologise, viewers, and anyone who was at this show and is watching this back. I do apologise that my microphone packed up. Very, very blue B, and then this lovely Spitfire. That really caught my eye. And then we got this Metropolitan, I think this was. And that was getting a lot of attention and was very attractive, very clean. So it's been preserved or restored to a very high standard. Another B for sale this time, and then an Alpha 33, and that was a little surprise at this meet. Yeah, nice to see that. TVR Cerbera. I always get a smattering of TBRs. Another Aston. Don't know much about Astons, and not a car I, again, aspire to, but that was very nice. Looked very big and beefy next to the Mark 1 MR2 that we can now see. Not sure its headlights are meant to be up like that, but they are. But yeah, just memories of sitting in one of these when I was a kid and just marvelling at how short the gear stick was, both in terms of length and the sort of the shortness in between each ratio. Another Mini. Yeah, that one looked very clean and quite modern, even though it was on a K plate. So it's been, yeah, quite heavily restored and slightly modified with those bigger wheel arches. Yeah, still hanker after a classic Mini, I have to say. I know they're not for everyone. And then there was a Wolseley, couple of police cars. There's this Wolseley one, so they're many of those are produced for the police force. And then next to it was a Rover P5, not a P5B, a P5. So it's got the Rover straight 6 petrol engine rather than the Buick V8. And both of these former police cars were extremely clean. I mean, just imagine being back in the 1960s, and this is what the police are up and down the A roads in. Yeah, really nice. And it's nice to see a P5, a straight 6 one, because you don't see that many. It's always P5Bs. Another Mini, and then oh god, I've forgotten what that is. Some kind of Austin, I think. Beautiful, big, bubbly car. Very, very nice. Very clean. And then another series Land Rover. And then another another Japanese K car. So this time a Nissan Figaro. And of course the chassis of these is based on the body is based on the Micra chassis. So yeah, very diddy little coupe. And then some Roots coupe next to that, Hillman Minx, I think. Yeah, and I was very taken with the shape of that roof. That was particularly nice. And then there was a little red beauty on the end. I found that quite captivating as well. Another minor 1000. And then, yeah, there was this, which was utterly beautiful, I have to say. That was a very, very nice looking thing. So, yeah, Honda S800. They're quite rare and quite expensive these days. Austin, another Austin, of course, and then another Beetle in this kind of turquoisey metallic colour, which is actually really attractive. kind of E-Class Merc, and then we had another Humber, is that, I think. It's really frustrating having to narrate this back because the screen I'm looking at as I talk about these cars is tiny. That's the software I use. Probably not using it right. That's an Austin 3 litre, of course it is. Yeah, that was clean, and that was nice to see. 'Cause you don't see that many. There's one at the Great British Car Show. It's the only other one I've seen. That is a P5B coupe, so that has got the Buick V8. And then there was this big estatey thing next to it, and then a Mark II Cavalier convertible. Now they are really nice looking things. Mark II Jag. I know there's a few of those around the area, so it's always good to see them. Then we had this lovely Type R Civic. Yeah, and that looked very, very nicely stanced indeed. Yeah, I enjoyed seeing that a lot, and then I got very excited about this because this is very, very similar to my old Escort XR3i, which I owned before the days of YouTube, probably even before the days of digital cameras, to be honest. It was one of my very early cars, and I really liked seeing that white XR3i because it brought back a lot of memories. Another big Jag, and then another big Jag coupe next to a convertible next to it. So yeah, E-Type, not the one that I've seen a few times around because I hadn't got Webbers on. Yeah, minor. Then a Ford Pop. It's always nice to see one of those. And then there was this Ford Anglia, which was nice, and a classic an MGYB, I think, which was nice to see. Seen a few of those over the last couple of years because, of course, it's the centenary. Either last year or this year is the centenary of MG, and a couple of other sporting MGs, so a BGT and a Midget. Which was, nice to see three reddish MGs all lined up, all together. And then a Hillman Avenger, or Chrysler Avenger, another Mini, and another Mark II Cavalier convertible, and another Roller. And then there was this, now what was this? It was a very nice American Doctor's Coupe. And its name escapes me completely watching this back, but yeah, that was very nice. And the owners are very flattered that I spent a bit of time just looking at it quickly rather than just walking past it like I tend to do with MGBs and Minis. Well, I did dwell on this Mini pickup because it's nice to see a pickup. Series something Land Rover 2 perhaps, and then a Audi Quattro convertible. Some sort of classic Vauxhalls there. Another Series 3 Land Rover. So yeah, there's always loads of those. And I'm going to do some Land Rover content. I don't know when, because I haven't got much time at the moment. But yeah, do look out for Land Rover content on this channel. More Minis. And that was really nice, the front on that, with that on that pickup. And then John Cooper works, and then real classic, vintage Ford Model T. That's properly nice. That little Tourer, properly nice. Very, 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 very clean. Now this was another Morris 1800, and I obviously know of one, but yeah, nice to see another one. Obviously the Austin version's quite a lot, but yeah, that was particularly nice to see. Then the Loose Alliance were here with their Jags, so they were at the Chiltern Rally, so they always come up with some interesting cars. I think Jags, maybe that Saab as well, belonged to their, or was part of their group, but nice to see a 9.3. And then here's Brian's Granada, beautiful blue Granada. So we had a bit of a chat to him. So Brian's one of one of the volunteers at the Chiltern Hills Rally, so we had a bit of a catch up, which was nice. But it's always nice to see that car because it's a particularly attractive thing. Early series Land Rover, another one, and then this was a 2002 TII. These are one of my favourite BMWs. They are just gorgeous little things, really, really nice. Very nice to see that one. I was very interested in the inlet. Sort of curved, typical BMW curved inlet. UNOS, I think this was. I think it's an MX-5. I think it actually is a UNOS Roadster, but quite a low spec with cloth seats. Some root stuff, as there commonly is, which I kind of I don't skip past, but they're not my area of interest. But we get everything in because some people are interested to see these. Nice early disco there. That was in very good condition. Then a Porsche something. Apologies to the owner, can't get excited about Porsches really. Then there was this lovely little BMW Isetta. That was a good looking little thing. And then just a cooking version of a 205, rather than the ubiquitous GTIs you normally see or CTIs. Nice to see a fairly basic one. Jensen Healy, I think, and then a proper 911. And another TVR, so we always do pretty well for those. And then a TF, a real MGTF. And then there was a lineup of some sporty Fords. So one Sapphire Cosworth, and there was a ST Focus Mark III, which I get excited about because I do quite like them. And then there was another Cosworth Sapphire in this little group of Fords, and then some kind of Vauxhall convertible, and then a Daimler, another one of my favourite cars, Daimler SP250, which was just gorgeous, stunning, lovely. Really love those. And then a Mark 1 Astra GTE, and that was a good looking car, a very good looking car. Quite out of place next to that big Luxo barge next to it. And then there was this Bentley, wasn't a blower, it was just a special, with a kind of vinyl body. Very, very, interesting. I got a bit confused, I think, at this point, because I thought it was a blower Bentley, but of course it wasn't. It's a replica, but it's a period replica, so it's from that era. But very big beefy car compared to other stuff of the era. I suspect it did have a supercharger with just that single carburettor on it. But lovely looking thing. I enjoyed stopping and looking at that. Another Wolseley in two-tone, and then another big Granada. I love these 70s, 80s Fords, beautiful things. Very naughty Webers on that Escort. Not Escort, Cortina. Another Mustang, and then this lovely sort of Focus Mark II Focus ST orange P100 pickup. I do like these. You see so few. You see them all over the place, but now they're a very rare sight. So yes, apologies for this narrated content in the middle of this video. I hope it hasn't spoilt your enjoyment, but I was not going to go to a car show on this recent Sunday, but I thought, no, it's fairly local. I'm going to go and check it out. And it's always good to go to other car shows when one is part of a local car show. obviously get very excited by TR6s. That's just given. But yeah, hope we're going to go back to me speaking normally in just a sec. So thank you for bearing with during this quite long sequence of narrated content. Owing to a technical malfunction, my remote microphones have run out of battery. The technical malfunction being me not chatting it, so apologies for the voiceover bit there. I'm just following the this princess to the area where the steams are, because we're going to have a quick look at some of those, just get a flavour. I'm not going to try and talk about any of them because I won't have a clue what any of them are, but we'll finish the video off here. And yeah, go and have a little look at this. Some of these, it's in a steam car. I've got the, obviously we've just seen the steam charabanc, the steam drag charabanc. We've got an absolute variety in here. It's a real shame you can't smell it in this field because it just smells great. There's a slight waft of fish and chips, but the majority of the smells are things like this. And there's lots of tractors here as well. I don't know if Graham's here or not. Yeah, this is the variety we've got. Have a quick wander up to this. Steam machine just fizzing away. Look at that, beautiful. Really nice. And we've got classic tractors too, which we won't describe because we don't know that much about them, but they really are swell. And I'll finish off the video here. So thank you for watching this little surprise episode of Beards and Bangers. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and bell notification if you want to see more of my content. And do hit the like button, do drop a comment down below and share with your friends. And for now, I'll see you again very soon on the next episode. Goodbye.